I mean, today was a grind. I mean, overall, I mean, anytime that you play 4 quarters and you only come out that like you win one of those quarters, you tie another one. It was a grind. I mean, it was definitely not a great shooting night for us, but we dug in defensively. We knew that a big part of their game was their 3-point shot. To be able to hold them 0 of 18 from three was huge. I felt like towards the end, we did what we needed to do to get them to come out of their zone and play man. And for whatever reason, we got really passive. But I give our players a lot of credit. We've definitely grown over the course of the season in that we didn't panic. At times when it felt like the panic, and then you'd have to look at the scoreboard and remind yourself, we're up right now. Even though we might not be hitting shots, they're not hitting shots, and you got to be able to weather those storms. I think this team is really getting to the point where they weather storms really well. Our mindset's been that ever since the Weber game, since 4 games ago of, being able to take care of business. Our players know it wasn't a huge part. For me in these past couple of weeks, it's been more of just mentally making sure that they're in the right state of mind. Not coming into timeouts. I mean, there's a lot of times where we're not even drawing plays or talking about something. It's getting our mindset right. And I think that's such a key point that people don't think about because so much is physical, physical, physical. But let's be honest, I mean, these kids have already shot thousands of free throws in their lifetime, okay? But the thing that's always going on as they're shooting free throws is the mental aspect. And so, our players have done a really good job of locking into that down the stretch, and I think that's only just made our players grow that much more. I think that they are been such a key part of carrying on what our past seniors have as far as tradition, culture of the program. They both bring so many different types of leadership, whether it is from a standpoint of lead by example, the emotional leader in Andy, the lead by example with Ken, Kim being the one that will hold you accountable and be ultra competitive. And all three are just so invested in our program, and they want to see us win, whether it's the fact of, hey, it's not going to be my shot, it's going to be your shot, my minutes aren't going to be what I'd like them to be, but if that means that our team wins, then that's the only thing. And I think that's the part that makes the rest of our underclassmen like them so much is the fact and want to play hard for them, because obviously we all knew this was a win or go home. And, we want to be able to give our seniors as long of a journey here in their senior year as we can. Well, I mean, I think a lot of it is just making sure, most important, our players are getting rest and they're mentally focused more than physically, because at this time of the season, physically players are drained. Physically, you got, little nickel and dime injuries and different things that you're trying to deal with. But it's more so of mentally, of being able to have our players trained, ready to be able to go to that next play, being able to see them overcome whatever obstacles may come. We've talked a lot this year about adversity, even right down to pregame meals not ready at the right time. Adversity. I mean, now it's a thing our players just say it to me. Coach, it's adversity. We got it. And so, that's a big part for us is just from a mental standpoint, not to allow yourself to get checked out.